and these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author, and those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. All right, we have my boy Owolabby here. I don't know him personally, but I watched some of his videos and I find him interesting. He's a very, very smart and wise guy. Okay, so we do have a new coaching. I don't think he wants to be a dating coach, but I think this was an interesting conversation while I was watching his video about how he what do you call it, approach women on Instagram and things like that, right? So he's shooting his shot, and I thought it was an interesting conversation that we can have for those of you that are young lads here and you're struggling with having some beautiful women in your world. This could be the very reason why we're struggling with a lot of this conversation. When you have beautiful women in your world, they have a way about things, right? They have a way of bringing the best, the better part of yourself out while you can still maintain frame. And if you're afraid that that's going to touch your frame, your masculine frame, did you really have one? Right? So let's put that to test. This is a muscle that you have to build. You have to do reps. You have to practice. A lot of men are afraid of entering into relationships because they're afraid of their heart being broken. They're afraid of giving women that space in their heart. But again, it's like a muscle. So one way or the other, your heart is going to be broken. It may not be romantically, but you're going to put guards up to the level where you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to encave yourself inside a castle and you can't get out. That's not a place where you want to be. There's a reason why God created us. It's the way He created us, right? If you believe in God, right? There's a reason why we are the way we are. There's a reason. The women come into our life to complement us. If you're a typical person, a typical man, and it's about your ability to vet, your ability to discern, your ability to know, recognize good energy around you, and be okay to walk away and mean it if it doesn't fit, right? And if your heart is broken, that's called building muscles. You now learn. There's certain things I can't necessarily, even if I put it into words, you won't be able to comprehend it. You have to go through it. That's what we call life. And if you are 30 years old, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Something happened when you were 24 and you didn't realize you could handle it until it happened, and now that becomes part of your strength because you've gone through that experience, right? So let me play this video from Owolabby.
Like, everything is boom, 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 boom. What would we do? I'm like, okay, bless. Essentially, basically say the same thing. Essentially, we go for a walk by Major's Park, via the canal, or just go to the art gallery if it's too cold.
So let's rewind back a little bit. This was the first thing. He said, oh, hey, what's up? Thought you switched up on trying to link, but you're feeling spontaneous and down to hang out today? Or what days are you free? Okay, so that's nice. Decent, not bad, right? So
like, everything is boom, 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 boom. What would we do? I'm like, okay, bless.
He's direct enough. I will be a little bit more direct than that, but he's direct enough. But continue.
Essentially, basically say the same thing. Essentially, we go for a walk by Major's Park, via the canal, or just go to the art gallery if it's too cold. And perhaps towards the end, get some hot chocolate around Bard Market, and if you're lucky, you'll get a kiss. She's like, I kind of want to dress up. Restaurant?
All right, so I brought up this case because a lot of young men are complaining that, all these dates, all these women just want to waste time and take your money and eat your food. $200 per plate, $400 per plate. That's why I thought this was interesting, right? So that laugh on his face is hilarious, right? Because it was obvious what this woman is alluding to, right? But again, I wouldn't give all that information. That's too much information about what we're about to go do. That's too much, okay? Keeping the mystery effect is a real thing. You have to make sure that there's enough interest. Like today I was on Sir Hill and the gentleman that was on there, AR from Women's Sphere, we're going to try to do something together. I know he was messaging me earlier. AR was saying, like, make sure that on a scale of 1 to 10 that the interest level from that woman is at least 8. And I agree 100%. I will come down to maybe 7, because where's the challenge if I'm going for 8, right? It's a little challenge is important sometimes, like make her fall in love with me, right? But anyway, 8 is fine, right? Make sure the interest is there, and a lot of these young men are looking for women that are not interested in them in the first place. And then before you know it, they come back and start justifying bullshit by saying, hey, she just want Pookie and Rere. No, she doesn't want you, nigga. She does not want you, right? So that doesn't discount the fact that there's single parenthood everywhere, by the way, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about you and your ability to be able to talk to women, get a woman to fall in love with you, get a woman to go on a date with you first. Forget fall in love with you, to go on a date with you, right? So let's keep going here.
Like, you should already know me. Like, I ain't going for that.
Y'all already know what's going on. I'm like,
she wanna dress up for a restaurant.
I'm gonna take you to these places, to these spots. Perhaps, if you're not crazy, I'll cook something and we'll head back to my crib. But still dress up though.
Too much information.
Tomorrow at 4 p.m. at me, my video center work for you. She's like, I don't know if I like that.
Now, to his credit, he did say that this lady did not reach out for a while, and suddenly she came out of nowhere and started reaching out. That's a red flag all over the place already. But again, red flags are just flags. It doesn't mean anything. It's not the truth necessarily. But red flags are to be paid attention to, right? But he continued the conversation. He did the right thing. You never assume based off of your red flag. A lot of people in the manosphere just assume the whole world of women are the same. These women. That's, yelling at the top of their lungs. Even my throat is hurting saying that. I don't know how they get away with it. But you get the gist. Like, you should assume best case scenario, even though you can see, you have enough experience to see that this one is going to be probably full of shit. But you still give them the benefit of the doubt, because every now and then you find out you may be wrong, like the rest of us, right? So he's doing the right thing by engaging the conversation, but she's proving what she's already proving what he was already suspecting, right? So she wants to dress up and go to fancy restaurant and go eat $200. Like, nah, nigga. Right?
That seems very demanding. Huh? What do you mean? Well,
wait,
I don't
that's demanding. Now you're accusing me of demanding? Alright, let's hear his own.
Well, so I would prefer a restaurant and not go to your place on a first date. Alrighty then.
If you already have your guards up, you don't want to come to my place on the first date, I don't want to go on a date with you. That doesn't mean you have to come to my place. I'm talking about the guards up, right? I like people that are, for me, I will be open to people that are open to possibilities of whatever heights, even on the first date, God damn it, yes. That doesn't mean we have to do anything. After all, we're feeling off of each other's vibe, right? You don't have to do anything, right? But the defense cannot be there. The guards up cannot be there. I won't waste my energy and time on that. Number one, because I don't have to. I don't have a problem approaching new ladies. How many ladies are you approaching? This is why we ask you, approach more ladies. Put yourself out there. It's muscles. You need to build those muscles, right? So that you can laugh like Owolabby Azeez. So you can smile and chuckle about this kind of stuff. So you can see that there's no anger in this man's face about somebody saying, I think you're demanding. You think I'm demanding these nuts. Right? Let's keep going.
I would prefer a restaurant. So, like, where are you getting finessed? Where's the finesse? I didn't even.
There's no finesse,
right? I mean, took a week to.
He's talking about men that are claiming to be finessed. If you were working on yourself, you could see this coming, man. What kind of program are you plugged in on? What kind of things you've been listening to, right? What kind of gurus have you been listening to? Women are finessing you. How? They're not finessing somebody else. You. What about the you part? What is it about you that made her feel like it's okay to finesse you? When you saw this, did you find a way to dodge this bullet? Well, I don't know you well, so I would prefer a restaurant. No, I don't know you well. I prefer come right. There's a coffee. There's a Starbucks next to my house. Right? No, I'm not even saying any of that. Right? If she has that kind of fence up already, I'm probably gonna ghost her for the next few days until she says something else. Until she picks up the phone and call me. Why? Because I don't have to call her. She's not the only one right now. I don't even know her. She's just a young lady that I shot my shots. That's all it is. Can you claim the same thing? If you can't claim the same thing, that's your problem. You don't have options. So now you're angry at the world because you don't have options. Shout out to Owolabby. Shout out.